Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's the Newcastle Racers Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're here at Luigi's in Newcastle, 117 Northwest 32nd. I'm still chewing and swallowing the one of the great breadsticks we have here. We've got our breadsticks out. We've got water to drink, Coke to drink. We're glad you're joining us here on this Tuesday night. Like I said, we're at Luigi's at 117 Northwest 32nd Street in Newcastle, right up here in the Tri-City area, just a little ways east of Walgreens and Walmart here on the Service Road, north side of Highway 37. My name's Gene Reed, and this is my friend, my partner, and he's now very famous, Keith Cleghorn, my partner here on the show. And our producer is a junior at Newcastle High School, Mr. Uriah Martinez, but Uriah's on a family trip this next few days. So we're going to be joined here. We are joined already. Producing for us is Mr. Billy Collier, our good friend,
Wow.
the one and only Billy Collier. And he's fired up the streaming by now, and he's going to be joining us on the set here. And because he's going to be joining, we've got some questions for him. This is the Coaches Show number 13. Getting ready for a semifinal match against none other than Carl Albert for the Class 5A playoffs, playing Carl Albert Titans. The Racers travel to Pryor Friday night, claiming another big win for the Racers. The Tigers, by the way, were favored to beat us. I'm going to be commenting about that in a little bit. They were favored by 18 points, but the Racers prevailed 40-30. Hey, tonight's guests, we've got a couple of our players who are going to be joining us on the set. In fact, they're just wrapping up practice right now, and they're on their way in, and they're going to be joining us right after our first commercial break. And we're going to have both of them on. And joining me right now to my left, Billy Collier. Billy, join us here. Put on your headset there. We're going to have a lot of questions for you as well. Welcome.
Well, good evening. How are you?
We are good. I was just telling everyone that our guests are two of our players, our MVP of the prior game, Mr. Ashton Schumard. He'll be with us in just a few moments. And also the player of the week for the scout team, Mr. Bo Birdsong. And then we also have two of our coaches. We always have coaches here. It is a coach's show.
Yes.
And they let us yak it up a little bit.
Two of our favorites.
Two of our favorites are here. Coach, our linebacker coach, Matt Truelove. We're looking forward to getting his thoughts about how the Racers are playing now, especially this game last week, and also the assistant offensive coordinator, Coach Tyler Engelking. So these coaches were with us in Week 5,
Correct.
And they're back with us tonight, and I really look forward to that. Let's see. We're going to talk to all of our guests about this too. But while I have you all on the set with me, I want us to talk a little bit about. We're going to talk about the prior game, and I have three things I want Billy and Keith to talk about. First is the prior game, also their thoughts on how this season has gone. Your thoughts on how the season has gone overall, and then talk about this upcoming Carl Albert game, okay?
Absolutely.
So let me kick things off by just talking a little bit about our game up in Pryor. We were not picked to win. Like I said, we were the underdog, which is fine. We played that role pretty well. The Racers, however, jumped out in front to get a big lead and never looked back. Pryor's an excellent program, right? We knew that going into there. They were 11-0. They were undefeated. Coming into our game, and quite frankly, they had an unfortunate injury that occurred that really they had to kind of scramble and make some other arrangements because of one injury, and they actually they rallied back in the second half, did a pretty good job. But the Racers had a game plan both on offense and on defense and even on special teams. They never really let the Tigers have an opportunity to get the upper hand. So. Billy, I have asked Keith just to read some of the stats of our game for the prior game, and then get your and his thoughts on that. Keith, tell us.
Yeah, listen, this passing, they had 10 of 21 for 170 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 interception for us. Rushing, 34 carries, 228 yards, 3 TDs, total of 398 yards. Interception return yard is 28, kick return yard is 68. Total all-purpose yards, Gene, 494 yards. Billy, that's impressive.
So 398 rushing and passing, and then all those kick returns and everything. Overall, 494.
That's incredible.
That's a chunk.
incredible.
Good.
onside kickoff return for a TD that was pretty impressive by Caden.
Yep.
That was beautiful. 5 offensive touchdowns, 1 special team touchdown.
The kickoff return.
Yeah, and then we switched to the defensive side, which is impressive as well. 3 sacks, 4 hurries, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recovers, 82 tackles, 12 tackles for losses.
Wow, so
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
Billy, let's start with you. What are some of the takeaways you took? You were at the game. You covered the game. What were some of your thoughts and takeaways from that game?
Well, going into the game, you knew they were undefeated, and you don't accidentally fall into undefeated.
Correct.
So they are a good team, and it is no small feat that we went in there and beat them in every aspect of the game.
Correct.
Now, you were right. There was an unfortunate Ward, their quarterback, got hurt there in the first quarter. I did hear from some of the prior people that Wigginton, I think I'm saying his name right, he came in to take over. He's a sophomore and had not played any varsity all year.
Because their second string had also incurred an
That's
injury.
right.
The
Had
guy
a
said so. Yeah.
Had a collarbone injury.
All right.
And so he came in, and I really thought he really played a great game in the second half. You could kind of see the deer in the headlights, kind of the bouncing feet in the first. But to be able to have 12 tackles for loss against an undefeated team who, if you think about it, the last team to beat prior was Newcastle. So they had not lost a game since they played us last year
In the same
in
round.
the finals.
I wonder if
That's
they were
right.
looking forward to getting us back.
Absolutely. And you know that it was hurting. They played with a lot of desperation.
Yeah.
Every kickoff was trying to get the ball back.
Right.
You know, just onside after onside after onside, pooches, etc. But to go into Pryor's home, which is a fun drive,
And a great town and a great
town,
venue.
great stadium, but to go in there and handle them like they did. Now, the times you said they were coming back, you could tell those are some of the times that the team felt they had it won. You know, we've beaten them in every aspect. And then when they start coming back, they just reapply their will and just push them right back down and score when they needed to score, hold them when they needed to hold them. And that Caden Longman onside run,
That was impressive.
just incredible. So that was some of the takeaways I had from the prior game, just that it wasn't some kind of, well, they just weren't ready for us type situation.
Yeah.
They knew we were coming.
Right.
They knew they wanted to beat us, and yet we still overcame.
Keith,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, Gene, last week you asked me, you said, what do you think the key of the game is? And I said time of possession. And time of possession was huge. We controlled the game. I thought our young men, for a long drive up there, they looked fresh. They looked tuned in, and they were just impressive from the first snap all the way through the game. It was a complete game on every aspect of every position of the game, and it was just a complete team playing together. And we've talked about this all year about the unity, and the unity of this team is very special, and that's why we're right back in the semifinals again.
Very good. Other thoughts, Bill?
No, just we'll talk about the Carl Albert game here in just a little bit. But I believe that you're right, exactly. In fact, you want to talk about the season.
Before we do, I want to do one more thing about this game, but hold that thought because I really want to talk about. I want to hear y'all talk about how the season has progressed and everything like that. Just before you do, let me take an opportunity to recognize, first of all, the scoring plays. We had 6 touchdowns. Like you said, 6 of them were 2 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing.
Yeah.
The first score was Creswell to Ashton Schumard, 55-yard touchdown pass.
Beautiful.
Madrano kick. We got Mr. Schumard on the show tonight. The second touchdown, Ben Rogers, 39-yard touchdown run, Madrano kick. Third touchdown, Blake Creswell, quarterback keeper, 12-yard touchdown, Madrano kick. Fourth score, Ben Rogers, a 4-yard touchdown. The kick, I think it was a bad snap or something. A kick failed on that one, and the kick failed on the next one. A Creswell to Ashton Schumard pass, 26-yard touchdown pass, and then finally, not in this sequence, but the sixth score was a 50-yard kickoff return, that onside kick, and I mean it was a blink of an eye.
It was.
I was standing nearby in case they needed my help. I always stand close by in case the coaches have any questions for me.
Right.
And but I was leaning over and I saw that onside kick come toward us. I was that in the field, and I see number 8 go forward and never stopped. So
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I assumed he had the ball,
Yeah.
and he did, and he went and ran straight 50 yards. It was a sight to behold.
When he got it, he was gone.
Yeah.
Well, and something you made that really stands out to me here that I was really happy about, talking about Madrano. He had a couple of missed kicks, and so for him to come back and kick that one field goal after the kickoff return, I thought that was good, so he doesn't come out of the game missing field goals. He's made one, can get back on
Very
it.
good. Good point.
Because I know that kickers can get things stuck in their heads,
Yeah.
so
yeah,
I was
yeah,
happy about that.
Yeah, he doesn't miss many, so
Yeah.
so we think about when he does, but boy, he's just awesome. Hey, not hey, but the in addition to that, the coaches, we share this every week. They recognize several players. They get their pencil sharpened real sharp and look at a real critical assessment as to how each player did for his role, in the game. And so the MVP, as we mentioned, is Ashton Schumard. He's here. I saw him just walk in just a few moments ago. The offensive player of the game, Mr. Cody Nix, 71. What a game he has had again. The defensive player of the game, Preston Scagnetti, number 21. He gets recognized in so many different ways throughout the year. So he was the defensive player of the game. Special teams player of the game, not surprising, Mr. Caden Longman is just such a contributor. The Hammer Award also went to number 71, Cody Nix. The most knockdowns, number 74, Garrett Pratt. He's been recognized many times for that. And the Scout Player of the Week, Mr. Bo Birdsong, who's going to be our guest here in just a few moments. So those guys, I'm just so proud of them. Let's talk about, so congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the season in total, in your opinion. Start with you, Bill.
Well, I really think and see that the players this year that I've seen really stand out to me is that they're more concerned about the name on the front of the jersey than the back. They're applauding each other when everybody steps up. They're playing with a lot of emotion, and I think you see that in every game, sometimes a little too far, but most of the time they're really emotionally happy and feeling good for their teammates. You see guys that are stepping out. Bradford sharing the running back responsibilities, and you see him cheering on Rogers, and you see Rogers cheering on Bradford. And I think those things are good. And so what I see a lot this year is you have players who are playing for their brothers in pads, and they're playing for each other. And like I said, they're more concerned about the name on the front than on the back. And with that, I think that's why you see different ones step up in each game.
And we've had the opportunity to see that progress throughout the season, therefore. All right?
Well, Gene, you go back, and let's go back to the beginning of the season. And if you remember, I said, hey, this team is unified. There's a lot of teams. We had a tough out-of-district conference games that we played.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
So when you're at 2-3, you say, man, some teams could give up. But this team is a special team. The unity, I've said it all year, the depth of the team.
Yes.
I can go on about the depth and the culture of the racers. But when you have a second team and a third team that can come in and it keeps those guys fresh, and look where we're at the end of the year, few injuries. But the season has been special because of the unity. When they were 2-3, hey, you lose to the number one team in the state, you lose to the number two team in the state, and then one of those teams we lost to was one of those that lost to a 9-0 team. So there's no shame in any of that, and just an impressive year all the way up through.
Well, just the fact that so we had due to our conference makeup, we had 4 pre-district games. And 2-2 on that, and then we started going through the district play. Had great district play, one loss in district play to a very strong team, and in fact, it's not lost on any of us. 3 of the 4 teams playing in the semifinal games Friday night, 3 of them are in our district. Bishop McGinnis, Lawton Mac, Newcastle Racers, and then the 4th team is Carl Albert. How about Carl Albert? I'll start over here. What are we facing Friday night?
Well, Carl Albert is a team that is very impressive. They're on a long winning streak of, I think, 51 games. Gene, I said this earlier. Carl Albert started my senior year winning their first state championship, which still bitter, 36 years later. So when Ada had won 19 state championships, Carl Albert had 2, and they have 19 now, and that was 93 when Ada had 2. So I say that all to be saying is that they win every year, okay?
All right.
They've had 42 playoff appearances since 1962 when they started football. So they're a very long tradition there. But this year's team is very strong on offense, defense. They're rounded. They've played very good in every game. They came up pretty close with Guthrie this year, and Guthrie ended up losing that one to them. But they're a very talented team.
Yeah, strong team, and we're used to seeing that.
Yes.
You know, just so many times the game we were getting ready to play was a team like we'd never seen before, and we've seen those, and we're facing it again. Billy, what are your thoughts?
Well, if you look at Carl Albert's season, except for Stillwater, until you get to the last 3 games, they're blowing everybody out. They're just beating them up. But then you get to some of the later games, and you're seeing like against Guthrie, 47-42, against Altus, who we decidedly beat. It was 49-21, and I believe that they had to come back kind of to get those against Duncan. And you remember the Duncan game? It seems like it's been a few years ago. Duncan scored 17 points on them. And so as I look at the teams that they really blew out, and I think, how would we stack up against those? I think that we would beat them handily as well. And so as you look at Carl Albert, you're right. Year in, year out, they're right there. They know how to win. They're not going to get shaken. They're not scared of Newcastle. In fact, they probably still spell it with 2 words. But I really do think that we go in there with the focus we've had the last few weeks. I really one of the things I watch are the line, and to watch the defensive line, the defensive ends containing very well in the run and stuff. I think if we go in there, we're going to give them everything they want. Now, will we walk out with the win? The fan side of me says absolutely. But I think you have to go and you have to fight for that first touchdown, the second touchdown, and the third touchdown. If you can't win a touchdown, if you can't win points, it doesn't matter how you play. So you've got to go in. You've got to win the points one at a time.
So just speaking with hearing our coaches talk about opponents coming in, I think the 3 of us are in agreement with this. We have a high regard for the Newcastle Racers, their ability, optimistic and everything like that. And we also have a high regard for this Titan team.
Yes.
So it should be. We hope it is a great game, and we're rooting for the Racers. The Racers will be considered the home team, by the way. And we better wrap this segment up because I see the players came in. So Billy's gone back into his producing role. I was pretty sure. Some of the ladies are sitting at a table and they keep looking at us, and I thought, they're enjoying the show. And then the players walk in and they talk to them. They're here for them.
Sure they are.
So that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So we're glad for that. So we're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to bring our 2 players. First, we'll have Mr. Ashton Schumard joining us, and then we'll bring in Bo Birdsong. Excuse me. We're going to take a break. You've been watching the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
And then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home. So you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month, or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
And we are back. You're watching the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're here at Luigi's in the Tri-City area of Newcastle. We're having a great show already. Billy and Keith joined me in talking up about the game last week against Pryor. And now our guest is one of our team captains, the only junior captain of the four, Mr. Ashton Shumard, big-time defensive back, ladies and gentlemen. I looked at the stats. This young man has 88 tackles so far this year, 51 of them solo. Yeah. That's 7.3 tackles per game on average. Has had a couple of interceptions with 60 yards in return. He's had a fumble recovery. He's had experience at quarterback, almost 100 yards passing. And he's a big-time defense, but he's also on offense. He's had 6 receptions. Does that sound right? About 6 receptions?
Yes, sir.
And how many touchdowns out of 6 receptions would you say?
In total, I think it was 4. Last time
in total, I think it was 2. In other words, 6 receptions, Keith.
Yeah, he knew the number.
4 for touchdowns.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show.
Absolutely.
You were on week 1 with us when we had the 4 captains.
Yeah.
And Keith wanted me to say, Alex been on twice. Now you've been on twice.
Yep.
So you may have to break the tie here.
I know.
We need another show or two to see which one of these Shumard.
Well, hey, we're gonna have one more week, okay?
Correct.
So that can break, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, again, congratulations on being the MVP.
Sir, thank you.
And so that's special. What other sports do you enjoy?
I used to play a lot of basketball. Recently, kind of stopped just to grind a lot for football, but I really enjoy watching basketball. We actually started a tennis program here at Newcastle. It's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty interesting experience. And I got a couple buddies that do golf, so I might have some.
Might try that
in
too.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's where all the money is, by the way.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
Exactly,
golf when you're young, because when you get old, you can't play. Your body hurts. Remind fans what position you play, and tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, on offense, I play wide receiver. Beginning of the season, I kind of played a little bit of quarterback, but they kind of moved me at receiver. And on defense, I play a little bit of free safety, a little bit of strong safety, kind of move into the box a little bit. So I'm kind of just wherever the coaches need me, that's where I.
Real utility, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just
wherever I need to be. Yeah, wherever position can make us win.
I love what he said. Just wherever I need to be.
Wherever I need to be, and that's been the attitude of so many of the guys we've talked to.
That's fantastic.
And so congrats again on a big game, this big win last week. Talk about how the defense prepared for Pryor. Obviously, you were prepared. Tell us some things you did to prepare for that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, we know we got a lot of playmakers on the defense, but last week's emphasis was just really just having a lot of energy in practice. That was just a huge thing. I mean, it's obviously playoffs. Obviously, it's a little bit higher than usual, but I mean, we had guys flying around making plays. We take a lot of pride in our defense. We've improved a lot throughout the season. We kind of start off rough, but we've improved big time. And, just having a ton of energy and being able to just understand our assignments, understand the coaching, because we understand, we don't need to go out there and play hero ball. Like, we trust each other. We do our assignments. We understand we can win games.
Yeah. But a couple things here. You've had the Hammer Award this year, the special teams, the player of the game, the MVP. That's pretty impressive. I never had any of those, Gene.
Thank you.
And then Gene put this one here. I'm going to give this one to him. Plus, you're probably the best-looking guy on the team.
I appreciate that.
Okay,
yeah.
so I
try.
We want to know if the coaches recognize that.
Yeah.
Maybe. My grandpa gives me a lot of stuff for it. He wants me to comb my hair. He always gives me combs. Like he doesn't like my hair very much.
So far, Grandpa, that's not working so far.
I love that.
Yeah, we like you just the way you are, but we respect Granddad too. So
Who are the other members of the secondary team that you play with?
Yeah. So obviously my brother Alec. He out there making plays. Centaurio has stepped up. He played a huge role in our defense. He had a much bigger role on offense last year, but we understand his ability to kind of track the ball, his instincts. He's been a huge player for us on defense. Yeah, obviously guys like, Preston Scagnetti and Quinn Housley, those guys are super nice to have. Quinn used to come here, and he kind of moved away, and he came back this year, and he's been such a nice pickup. I mean, you guys see him. I mean, he's flying around, guy racking up tons of tackles. Those guys are super awesome to have, just super hard workers. And then obviously TJ. TJ, he's a captain for a reason. I mean, what a hard worker he is, very humble. And then Caden, kind of like I said about Centaurio, Caden's instincts are, ridiculous. Those what make him the player he is. yeah, those are kind of the main guys. I can see you talking about here forever about our defense. I mean,
so those guys in front of you. So you're not way in the you don't drop way back. Well, yeah, you do sometimes.
Sometimes
you're in cover one back there.
Yeah,
but those guys who tend to be in front of you, like the Scagnetti and Housley and those defensive linemen, that's a pretty big part of your game as well, because they're first line of defense and then so forth. Talk a little bit about some of those.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those are the guys that I get credit for on my interceptions. I mean, when you get pressure, it speeds up the quarterback. He's got to make a play. I mean, you saw it prior. I mean, Scagnetti got a pressure on him. He had nothing to do. I mean, he just forced errors, and I mean, it looks good on my part. Obviously that doesn't. It kind of does. Quarterback hit, quarterback pressure, those go on him, but definitely big credit to him. I mean, he's a big part of the success that we have.
Gene, we talk about the unity of this team. This young man has complimented everybody that he's played with, and that's part of that unity.
Well, and you and I often lead with the discussion. While we're recognizing one player, there's 6 or 7 others who did something on every play that helped that person to be there where they were. So that's you put it really in good light. Well, one more question, then we're going to ask Bo to join us here on the set. The last question, we talked to you about when you became a captain. What some things you're looking at? So this is kind of now that you've been there, what's it like being one of the 4 captains on the team?
Yeah, it's definitely a huge honor to be a captain of this team. I mean, I've been in Newcastle my whole life. I definitely have a lot of pride playing for Newcastle, just because the community, man, so many people that poured into me, these coaches that poured into me so much. It definitely means a lot, But I understand, I'm no higher than they are. Like, we're a team, kind of like TJ said. I know week 1, we're kind of just representation of the team. So definitely take that with a lot of pride. But I understand my role. There's definitely ups and downs to it. Obviously the honor to it. And you definitely get recognized for a lot of stuff, but we understand just the role we kind of have on to just kind of oversee the team. We meet with Brickman every week because he puts a lot of trust in our hands to be able to kind of manage the team. Because there's definitely levels kind of with the team. There's the head coach, the assistant coaches, the captains, the players.
Right.
Yeah.
And so just communication has been a big part for us. Talking about what we see, what we can do better, and definitely props to him. I mean, he has all ears. He is the head coach, and ultimately he can do whatever he wants, but he kind of decides to trust us.
He empowers you all.
He does, yeah, for
good.
sure.
Very good. Man, we're impressed, and thank you so much for being part of our interview tonight. Bo, we're going to ask him to work your way up, and we're going to do a headset swap, if you don't mind. This gives you all an opportunity to break away for another recognition. Yeah. Ashton, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. Proud of you.
Thank you. Gene, the great thing about that young man,
he's
a junior. He's coming back.
And he's the junior,
and
right?
How about the young man?
And how about this young
man?
A sophomore. So there's a big event in Newcastle tonight, our first home game for basketball.
Yeah.
And the basketball program and administration wants to recognize the football players at that game.
Sure.
So we're going to get them
out of here.
Get them into a good interview and let you all scoot along. So let me find my page here, because I probably got a bunch of hard questions for Mr. Birdsong here. We're very glad to have this young man. He's a sophomore, Bo Birdsong, first time on the show. But we mentioned him at least three times during the year as a Scout Player of the Week. And that means something to us. It probably means, if you're a fan, you probably know what Scout is, but we're going to have Bo tell us a little bit about that. But it means a lot to us to have the coaches recognize these young men to come and be on the show. So, Bo, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how long at Newcastle and so forth.
I've been at Newcastle all my life, basically, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So started first grade here?
Yes, sir.
Pull that mic right up to your mouth, buddy. Real close.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good. So you started school here, and you've been here basically all your life, all right?
Yes, sir.
What other sports do you play?
I just do football now.
You do?
Yeah. I used to play baseball, but
yes.
Yeah.
Baseball's pretty good. There's a lot of good players on baseball too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about school? Do you like school? Are you making passing grades?
Yes, sir. I am.
I know you are. You wouldn't be the Scout Player of the Week.
Right.
You'd be sitting over there, Water Boy of the Week, whatever. So good for that. What's your favorite subject at school?
I'll probably say math. Coach Ketch, it's a pretty fun class.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And played football. You played Little League and middle school and all the way up through?
Yes,
Good,
sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
And you had a brother who also played, right?
Yeah.
Ahead of you?
Maddox.
Maddox, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he any good?
I mean, he was a dog, I would say. Yeah. He was a big old boy.
The answer is he was good.
Yeah.
Maddox was he was very good. So set a good example for you.
Well, we love having the scout team. We say this all the time, and people that are not familiar with football, they may not know that, but it's important. Tell us why the scout team is important to the football program.
And what is scout team? What is scout team, by the way?
I would just say scout team is just like give the varsity guys a good look about who they're going to go against on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So in practice, you got your starters obviously have to play as a unit.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of rotation, you may rotate in even with those starters.
Right.
But during practice, for those starters, you get 11 of your best to go up against them, and that becomes the scout team. And they, as you just said, act as though you're the incoming opponent, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So I kind of interrupted you there.
They're the imitating of what we're about to play, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. What positions do you play, and then what's your role on the scout team?
I used to play defense and tight end, but now I switched to linebacker and running back. Yeah.
Switched.
Yeah. And then my role, I just run the ball.
Just run the
it
ball.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you run the ball a lot on scout?
Yes, sir.
And you
All
go
right.
there. He goes up against some big guys if he's
I was
running
gonna
the
say,
ball.
if he's running against that line, he's got to be tough.
Yeah. So you're a sophomore, right?
Yes, sir.
So how old are you now?
I'm 16.
16.
Yes, sir.
And what's your dimensions, height and weight?
I'm 5'11" and 170.
Yeah, pretty about balanced. Is that where you want to be? You want to add it to? You'll probably have some height, maybe anyway. But
Yeah.
That's good numbers.
I wish
for a
I was
linebacker.
200.
the 200.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
trying to get to 200.
Well, your folks have your family needs to feed you more.
Oh, they do. I just can't eat that much.
Hey, is there anyone on the varsity team you can't block or tackle?
No.
All right, that's
I
right.
can get them all down.
Hey, you know that football is a game of speed. How do you compare to speed with a lot of those young men that your age and on the other team?
I would say I'm pretty fast. I mean, I'm not slow, but I got some speed to me, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Got
Good.
some
Speed. You got a number?
35.
35. All right. So, what's your speed number?
Oh, my speed number.
Yeah.
Oh,
like 100.
100. Oh, I
He's
don't
just
know.
fast.
Yeah,
He's just fast.
He's just
Wrong.
fast.
He goes.
wrong.
If you see 35, you better not
just-
blink, or you won't see him.
He's just zipping. That's what he is.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you think are the keys to a game against a team like Carl Albert coming up?
I would say we got to keep the momentum up on the sidelines, all the energy, good energy, keep positive energy, and just don't give up.
Right.
That's it.
And a lot of fan noise, a lot of fans,
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have a lot of fans travel over there.
Oh, yeah.
We had a good number of fans travel
Yeah,
to
yeah.
prior,
Yeah.
3.5 hours away, and I know they're going to flood Norman North as well. Well, Bo, congratulations on the recognition. The coaches don't just hand out those recognitions, nilly-willy, as they say.
Gene, we're going to have him on several times in the next few years.
Oh, yeah, that's a good part.
Yeah.
That's a good part about it. You and the other young gentlemen we've had.
That's correct.
Underclassmen who are just here to continue to contribute.
Future leaders.
We'll take another break here, and when we come back, we'll have our two coaches, and we'll do a very similar thing. We want to get these we're not want to rush the show. We just want to get these gentlemen in and out so they can get down to the recognition at the high school. So, Bo, thank you very much for being here. We're proud of you.
Thank you, young man.
You had a
Proud
good
of
one thing. You down the ball. It seemed like as a kickoff or a punt, you down there on about the 2-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good job, good hustle.
Thank you.
Your dad and I were just talking at halftime and talking about your contribution. And then I started looking for him after you did that. Good job. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and you can applaud for this young man.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
And we are back. Welcome to the Coaches Show here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're at Luigi's each Tuesday night. I hope there's a couple more weeks of shows coming up.
I do too.
Keith. And we've just shout out one more time to the good folks here at Luigi's taking good care of us. We've got our breadsticks, we get soft drinks, we get food. They take really good care of us. So we're glad you're joining us tonight. And we're now joined by linebackers coach, Coach Matt Truelove. Welcome, Coach. We're glad to have you on the show. Keith's got a couple of questions to start things off.
Coach, as always, one of our favorite. What's the takeaways from the prior game?
I am so excited for how our guys are playing and to take on that challenge. I couldn't have been more proud of how they responded and went and played. Our boys are on a mission right now.
They are.
And specifically our defense. And about week 7, 8, our boys flipped the switch.
They started gelling.
They did.
And
they did. And specifically my guys, my linebackers. I can't sing their praises enough.
Right.
Preston Sagagnetti, Quinn Housley, they're playing awesome football right now. And
who are some of those who rotate in with you?
Tucker Brown rotates in quite a bit.
A smart football player.
Very high football IQ.
Yeah,
I hear that.
It is.
Who else? Is that it? Those are the three
really,
main
those
ones?
are the three guys.
Yeah, very good. Oh, man, goodness. And the rotation on all the positions, we've been bragging about that throughout the year.
Coach, how do you feel like the linebackers performed against a very good, unbeaten prior team?
They played great. They both graded out very high for linebackers. Yeah. I'm a guy who is very picky about how they play and kind of nitpick them, and they get mad at me. But that's my job. I have very high standards, and they've rose each week. They've gotten better and better. Right. And they knew we were going to play a very good offense. I think they averaged close to 50 points a game.
They did.
And they take that personal. And they went out there and executed. We knew they wanted to run the ball some. When you watch film, they jump on people, and then they won games by running the football.
Absolutely.
And we shut them down early. And that's the mission. And that's what I challenge them with in our huddle pregame. I tell them to shut them down early, and we're going to jump out on them fast and make them want to quit.
And not to accentuate the injury that they had, but it caused them to change their game plan, which meant a lot of running there for a while, a lot of just direct snaps to a running back and everything like that. So, what challenge did that present to you all? Probably not. You were probably geared up for that anyway, sounds like, from what you just said.
You hate to see number one go down with injury. He's a heck of a football player.
Right.
And that changed their game plan. When he went down, they went to a wildcat package with the running backs.
Right.
And that threw us off. They hadn't shown that.
Yeah, they did pretty well there for a while.
They did. They moved the ball
6 yards, 7 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards.
And we made them punt. We got off the field, and it took us a series or two to realize what's going on.
Yeah.
And then they put in a sophomore that I thought played really well for a sophomore and really was their third-string quarterback.
Right.
So for him to go in and play the way he did in the second half, I mean, kudos to him. But
and they had some fine receivers who could catch anything he tossed to them.
Sure.
So they pulled together pretty quickly. But anyway,
but their running back runs hard, and when we knew they were going to run the ball, our guys rose to the challenge.
They're a very talented team, but our guys just played from the first snap, and I was so impressed with just from the beginning to the very end of just the effort on every single play. I mean, I told Gene this week, and you said it just a minute ago, 7th or 8th game somewhere switched, something light switched, and they have just been so dominant in the last few weeks, and I'm just so stinking proud of them.
Right. If I can brag on my own guy, Quinn Housley didn't start the first 3 games.
Right.
Wow.
He is 3rd on the team in tackles.
Wow, that's fantastic.
After not starting.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So,
Coach, how's practice been this week?
Great.
Great.
Our guys are laser focused.
Yeah.
And I was going to say this about Pryor. You know, they're undefeated. You know, you have the win streak with Carl Albert, all this stuff. Our boys are not intimidated.
No.
Yeah.
They have a laser focus.
Yeah.
They respect everybody.
Yeah.
They watch film. They do their homework, but they are not intimidated by anybody.
Yeah.
What's the hashtag POTD mean?
Practice on Thanksgiving Day.
That's right. And what does that mean to a football team? I mean, it's obvious, but Brickman, you coaches promote it about as much fun as anybody.
Sure. It's just special because
it means you're playing ball at that time. First of all, right? Go ahead.
And you have a special team. Right,
yeah.
to get to do it.
Yeah.
Prior to coming to Newcastle, I had the opportunity to do it one other time.
Yeah.
All right.
And you get goosebumps when you talk about it.
Yeah.
You get goosebumps when you get to do it.
Yeah.
4 teams do it in your class every year.
Yeah, only 4.
You know, we say in basketball, the Final Four, we hang banners for that. I mean, it's a special time
it is.
that
It
there's
is.
4 teams.
And after the prior game, when the coach had all the players together, he had 2 or 3 key messages, but the final message was, and guess what, guys? We get to practice on Thanksgiving Day, and the guys just cheered.
That is
there's another hashtag. We'll save it for it.
Okay, very good. Well, what should fans expect to see at Carl Albert?
You know, they're a good football team. They're not undefeated. They don't have the win streak for nothing. But they also put on their pants the same way we did.
Right.
They have a good running back. Number 1's good.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably the best back we've seen since the Elgin back.
Mm-hmm.
Runs physical. He's fast. But their offense runs around him. And their quarterback kind of manages the game, passes when they need to. But if we stop one, we'll win the game.
That's correct.
Coach, it's been great talking to you. We just love having you on, and he has a voice for radio, by the way, and a face for the camera, so he's a winner.
He's got a future when he gets ready to retire.
But this next guy coming up, he's going to be bumping up against you for some good recognition. So we're going to let you slip out.
Okay.
We're not trying to rush
Coach.
these guys, but we're going to enable you to get away to your next project. Thank you, Coach, for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. On a great win.
And we're going to bring in another star of our coaching staff. Coach, pick up those headsets, and thank you for joining us kind of as we do this audible.
Gene, he's one of our favorites.
He is one of our favorites.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
one of or the?
We had so much fun with Coach Engelking last year because he focused a whole lot on special teams. He taught us a lot about special teams. So welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
This is assistant offense coordinator now, Tyler Engelking. Your assignment covers a lot of landscape this year, so tell us about kind of that wide range of responsibilities that you have for the team.
Yeah, I still do special teams. We do the offensive special teams kind of as an offense, and then the defense does the defensive special teams. It's split it up, so one guy's not doing all of it.
Okay.
So we do kickoff return, punt, and field goal PAT, and then hands team. And then, like you said, I'm co-offensive coordinator, so I help game plan a lot. I was a defensive coordinator for a while, so like I can really
kind of rounded.
Yeah, I can look at a defense and I can see how to.
Good.
Helps you to call the offensive plays.
Yeah, because I know what a defense is doing because I've coached defense for a very long time before I came here.
Coach, how do you feel like the offense did against an incredibly good prior defense?
Yeah, I think we came out and attacked. I think when our kids attack, we're really, really difficult to stop on offense. We have very explosive players. Our offensive line is big and physical. Our quarterback has a very strong arm.
Yeah.
Can make all of the throws, and then with Caden and Alec and Ashton and Santorio and even some of the younger guys like Corbin Brewer. We're very good on offense.
Yeah, and elaborate on our special teams and how they played it prior because that was special as well.
I don't know if it's special. Very inconsistent, I would say. and it was the stuff that I coached. We missed field goals. Hands team, we dropped an onside.
We got a couple of that, but we kept thinking about the good parts.
Yeah, I got to say, you got a field goal kicker that's just a clutch guy, and we had a couple of issues there, but that.
But we also had a snapper. Our center came off, but he probably doesn't do deep snap anyway, does he?
No, we have a different long snapper on both field goal and punt, and but
these things happen.
Yeah, you learn from mistakes.
But on offense, with an injury, some guys shifted over and saw no drop off at all.
Yeah,
so that's great. And then he made it back in. And
yeah.
Very good. Let's see. Well, let's hear. We asked Coach Truelove, how about you? Talk about some of the players on offense who are either new to their position or maybe even new to Newcastle, and how they've developed over the years. Anyone come to your mind that was kind of new to their position, or?
I mean, the guy I coached, Blake Cresswell, our quarterback.
Yeah.
He
new to Newcastle.
Yeah, he's new to Newcastle.
Yeah.
He came actually to play baseball. He's a really good baseball player. He didn't even know if he wanted to play football throughout the summer because, we have good quarterbacks. We have since I've been here.
Yeah.
And
he came from a real small school.
He came from Dibble's Class A?
2A.
2A? Okay.
Yeah.
No disrespect. I'm sorry.
No, right. But and it's 11-man ball, but it's a big change of venue.
And me and Gene was texting on Friday night about that kid played lights out, so he played a great game.
Yeah, he came here. Our offensive is very sophisticated, a lot of verbiage in it. It's really, Coach Brickman designed it. It's a college offense. He designed it for college, and it's a college-level offense. And so for him to, come in and learn it as fast as he did. Now, it took him a couple weeks. We weren't great against Bartlesville. Obviously, weren't great against Tuttle. Yeah. And then against Blanchard, we scored 60, and he's like, okay, I'm starting to see the field now. I'm starting to see the reads. Yeah. And, it's just he's built up on every week, and it's been great.
And the ball handling behind the line of scrimmage, the handoffs, he's just been a real general back there.
Yeah, and he's added a thing to our offense where we can go under center. It changes, it changes a lot of things when you're able to go under center. Like
it's almost unseen anymore.
Yeah,
see a quarterback go under the center.
Yeah, probably the other team's like, whoa, what are they? What are they doing?
Yeah, they don't do it. What's some of the challenges for? Obviously, we know Carl Albert's good, but some of their challenges is their defense.
Yeah, they're really good at their defense. They're physical and fast. I think they're a really good team. Obviously, they've won 51 games in a row. But I've said it for 3 years since I've been here. We want to focus on us. We obviously know that they're a good team, and to be a champion, you have to beat the champions. Like we all understand that, but at the same time, we understand that we're a good football team too.
Absolutely.
You don't make the semifinals and not be good.
Right. And we've said this. We have a high regard for these teams we come up against, but we also have a high regard for the Racer team, and so we're proud of them and the job you guys as coaches do.
I said it a while ago. It's a Final Four deal, and it's special to be able to practice. I told Gene this. I got to practice on Thanksgiving Day my freshman year, and it never happened. It's a special time.
Yeah. There's 32 teams in 5A, and
they're all home beside 4.
28 of them are playing basketball or going to wrestling practice.
That's exactly right.
Well, any key message for the fans for Friday night? I could probably tell you exactly what you're going to say, but
just show up and be loud.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, before the kickoff at Pryor, I looked around and I literally said in our headset to the offensive coaches, I go, this is playoff football right here. The atmosphere was incredible. Our fans showed up. They were loud. You can hear it, and it gives you you're just like, let's go. It gets you pumped up.
And their fans were loud.
Yeah,
they obviously, and they turned out, but ours did. And you're going to see the same thing Friday night. There's going to be noise on both sides, and so we need Racer fans to get out there, right?
Yeah, hopefully more because it's like
exactly.
Right down the road.
It's in a back.
3 hours away.
It's in a backyard.
It's about 18 miles from my house.
Yeah, it's north is. I live over by Riverwind, so it's like
you can almost walk. You can walk to the game.
So,
well, Coach,
show up and be loud.
Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all you do for our program, and we hope to come back for another coaches show next week, and maybe one after that even. That's up to just a lot of things, but Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up now. We're going to let you slip off. And
thank you, sir.
And again,
great win.
Thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate
Look forward
it.
to see you next week.
So we're going to go ahead and just wrap up, Billy. Our thanks to Billy Collier. He's famous around here. He does color for all of our streaming games, for our home and away games. He travels. He helps carry the equipment. He lets me go with him, and I act like I'm helping the team, the crew, but I usually carry one little thing.
Yeah.
And,
well, Gene, I feel honored sitting between you two guys, pillars of the community this week, and I sincerely mean that. Two great guys.
We've been asked to kind of be on either side of you from time to time to really hold you up.
I need some help. So.
Well, it's been fun. Billy taught me the ropes on the first year of doing the coaches show, and he's been right behind us and supporting us throughout the last 3 years, and such a big part of our community.
And him and Josh do a great job.
And a minister to his church and to the community. So, Billy, thank you for being here,
Absolutely.
filling in for Mr. Uriah tonight. Well, I guess just reminding everybody the game is 7 o'clock over at Norman North. This is the first year they played ball on that at that stadium, but I know they've been playing ball for a few years there, but they've been sharing the other field. So we have yet another new field to play on. This will be a first. Well, I mean, we're playing on Norman North, but it'll be one of the first semifinal games that they've hosted over there.
I went there today.
I
had to drive over today. Just had to do it.
So it's going to be a great venue. So for Billy Collier and for Keith Cleghorn, this is Gene Reed saying thank you for joining us. Be on the lookout. We'll be posting on social media. We hope to be back here next Tuesday night at 6:30. Have a great week and go watch the Racers play. And if you can't make it, or even if you do, Saturday morning, get back up and watch the game on Oklahoma Sports Network. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.